Hello my gorgeous little glam bugs. Welcome to the channel. That's right. We are finally going to put a set on this hand. My other hand has had nails on it for like 2 weeks. Not this hand. So we're going to get to that, and I'm going to show you every step of this. There's a few things I'm going to skip, like some encapsulation on most of the nails. And you don't get to see much of the pinky at all because I was out of frame. I struggle with my pinkies, getting them at the right angle and whatnot. Let me know if you do as well in the comment section. But I'm going to show you my prep, which we are in the process of now, which is first you push back your cuticles. Then I like to take a cuticle bit and just run around really fast and clean up all the stuff that I just exposed by pushing my cuticles back, all the stuff that's grown on your nails. Then I come in, and on the rest of the nail plate I go ahead and just remove the shine. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now I'm going to get my form ready. The one nail that you are going to see every single step on is the thumbnail. I'm going to show you 3 of the other 4 nails, you know, getting up to the point of encapsulation. And then I'm going to show even my filing routine today on my thumbnail. So sit back. If you haven't grabbed one, get a cup of coffee or a drink or a beer or, you know, whatever other refreshment you might enjoy. Wink, wink. And just sit back and relax, because we're going to go ahead and go through the whole thing. So then I put my prep, my primer, and my tack. Tack is sort of, it's another primer, but it's also almost a base coat, right? It's just, oh, I love that product so much. I always like to double prime, and I choose Tack for my second primer. Now we're just going to come in with this clear builder gel, which is by Canni. And it's their okay gel, and it is okay. My problem with it is that it's not 100% clear. There is a ever so slight milky quality to it. And so that is probably the one reason why I wouldn't buy it again. Also, this pump thing, I'm not sure if mine was broken or not, but it didn't work after like 3 or 4 pumps. It never worked again. So I just screwed it open and I use it like traditional gel. So there you go. So once I cured the first layer, then I put on another very, very thin layer of gel. And now I'm just putting in some shell pieces. We're going to use shells and a little bit of glitter. There's some foil in there. So really it's almost like sea glass. Also, I'm going to use some pigment powders, but really mica powders. Just for some, and everywhere that there's not something, it's going to get a little powder. That's all. It still ends up being very transparent, very jelly, but in its own fun little way. You'll see. You'll see as we get there. So I'm just laying things down the way they look good to me in the moment. I'm not overthinking it. Whatever color feels right, I pick that up. I picked 3 colors per nail, and this one had sort of a teal, a little bit of teal, but mostly like a champagne, and then a pinky nude sort of color. So this one is the lightest of all of the nails. It's almost got a yellow vibe to it, like a creamy yellow vibe in the end. And I really, I'm struggling to figure out which one is my favorite nail, because I always have a favorite nail, but as soon as I say, oh no, that's my favorite, I look at something else and I'm like, oh wow, look at that one though. So if you're like me and you always pick a favorite, let me know what your favorite of this set is in the comment section. This set was so fun, and guys, super easy. It's just a few pieces of things put in between layers of gel, and I love encapsulation. It's my favorite technique for doing nails. I'm sorry I'm a tiny bit out of frame right here. I'm at the very edge of the table. Sometimes it's really hard when you're doing your own nails not to get close to yourself. If you struggle with that, let me know in the comment section. And if you're not filming it, that's not a struggle at all. It's fine to get close to yourself. When I'm not filming, I'm right up in my face, right? I have to really work, especially when I'm filing, to keep my hand over the dust collector so I'm not breathing in that dust. You don't want that. If you can get a dust collector, get one. If you can't, wear masks. Don't breathe that dust, guys. It's not good. It's just not good. And so now I'm just going to play with these, and we're going to talk about this controversy that's going on. It just came into my mind, so let's address it. The whole nail lamps give you cancer thing. Here's the thing, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not trying to rule on that. I know I don't have a UV light, I have an LED light, but it's still probably some UV rays in there. Otherwise, how would it? I don't know. I don't know the science, but I use an LED lamp. Even having said that, it takes 2 seconds to smear a little sunscreen on the back of your hand. Okay, so do that. Protect yourself. Everybody loves wearing their nails. You don't have to get cancer for it. So if you have even the slightest qualm about putting your hand in a lamp, you can also get gloves that have UV protection, like latex gloves or nitrile gloves or whatever. Look for the ones that are rated against sun, and then just clip the very tips off so your fingernails show through. Done and done. So if you worry, you have 2 options there. Or you can even get the lamps where you put it, where it's one tiny part that goes to your nail, even though you would still probably want to protect your skin. So that's all I do is sunscreen. You have 3 choices: sunscreen, gloves that protect you against UV protection, or give you UV protection. Wow, that was so eloquently said. Look at me, language. Or you could try with the smaller lamps that are more focused in their light, but I would think the light bouncing would still be a problem. So I would think the easiest thing to do is sunscreen. It's inexpensive. There are some really nice ones out there. So give that a try if you're thinking, I'm not going to get my nails done because of UV damage. If you can protect yourself from the sun, which has way more UV exposure to you than any lamp is ever going to have, then you can protect yourself from a lamp too. Don't let the sensationalism of the news stop you from enjoying the thing you enjoy, because there's always something with it. Every few years, somebody comes out and says, hey, getting your nails done is bad because fill in the blank. Usually it ends up to not be a big deal. And of course there are people out there who have allergies or develop allergies, and that's a bummer, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, there's my blooper, guys. Oops. I can't tell you how my stomach dropped when that happened. It just literally dropped. I was like, no, I love my pigments so much. You guys know I do. And even though I scooped most of it back up, some of it gets caught in the paper towel. You can't get it all out, right? And if you try to shake it out, you're just talking about a mess. So I'm not interested in that mess. Yeah. So this is the last nail you're going to see me create or build, if you please. And as you can see, I've encapsulated the other 2 I did already. And I can't tell you how much fun I had making these nails. I love these shell pieces. I loved flipping them over from side to side to decide which. Oop. I'm getting messages. Oh, my Walmart package is on the way. That's awesome. Which is good, because I just made the last of my coffee. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So I had so much fun. The shell pieces are so fun. They have 2 different sides, and both sides are different. Like Sometimes one side will be a little matte and the other side will be a little shiny and iridescent, and just picking what side you're going to use and ripping apart the foil and sticking it in the little spots and picking out the glitter that you're going to add to it, and the pigment powders you're going to put. It's everything about it is so creative and so fun. Sorry for the fuzz. I'm getting better with my camera placement. I've almost got exactly what I want. The problem is that you end up moving it for certain things, right? And so sometimes you think you have it back where it should be, but you don't. So here we go. We're going to do my filing routine. This is a new bit for me. It's I want to say Melody Susie or something, but I'll link it below. It's only for your right hand, so I need to get one for my left hand because it is so nice. It's ceramic, and I like this sort of flame shape. It really just glides across the nail. I never have any trouble with it. It doesn't cause any heat. If it touches my skin, it doesn't hurt, but it really just melts the product away, and you can see that too. So I guess this is my mini review for this drill bit. Look at how it just boom, 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 gone. All that extra length gone in a second. And this is actually double time, but still you can see that's really fast. And it gives you so much control, and it is so nice to work with. If you've been on the fence about trying a ceramic bit, give it a shot. I really like it. I think I'm going to invest in some more. I've only used this one a few times, but every time I'm doing my own nails, it's my go-to one now. So love it, love it, love it. So now I'm using my finish file, and basically I go around the perimeter and then I work on the body of the nail. I have a rock, as you can see, sometimes I do a rocking motion. That's my favorite motion because it really gives you that rounded, and that's what I'm doing right there. I'm just rocking it across the top, and it really rounds out your nail and gives you that really smooth, awesome, even finish. It's almost the last thing I do except for buffing everything out. So there we go, and that's the last step, buffing it out. Then of course I clean everything up over my dust collector before I turn it off, because it's just so important. You don't want to breathe that, guys. You just don't. So after a bunch of hemming and hawing about what did I want to do, if anything, on top of these nails, because they're just so gorgeous, I decided to stay with gold. And as you can see, I've got that wheel out. There are some suns on there. So this feels like a day at the beach to me, right? Sea glass and shells and sunshine. And maybe the day is coming to an end and you get a star or two in the sky, right? There you go. Now, you didn't get to see me put the sun on the middle finger there, and I apologize for that. But I was out of frame. Nothing to do about that. I mean, you could have seen part of my hand, but you didn't want to see that, so I cut that out. And time for top coat. This is Super Shiny by Light Elegance. But honestly, I feel like I'm ready to try some other things. So if you have any recommendations, and I am open to all the brands, not just the cheapy weepy ones that you can buy, like Beetles and Mifu and stuff like that. Give me all your recommendations, no matter how outrageous they seem. And this is our finished set. I love these nails. I might wear them for a long time. They just make me so happy. We'll see. I love the colors. I love the vibe. I love the baubles and all of the shells and the way that they flick and flitter and flut. I'm making words up now. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We're going to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Bye-bye.